on that note, I would like to turn to another Alzheimer's disease drug developer, which I know you've written a good bit about lately, Cassava Sciences, which is up, I think, over 1,200% year to date. Yesterday, it was up 1,800% year to date, and now it's taken a bit of a hit.
It's crashed the last 2 days.
Yeah, can you explain what's happened with the share price growth over the past couple months and the past couple days too?
Yeah. Cassava is very interesting. I actually bought some shares in Cassava earlier this year because really, investigating the Biogen drug and just seeing how huge this market opportunity is. I mean, Alzheimer's is $100 billion market opportunity, and there are no good treatments for Alzheimer's. It's been like a graveyard for big pharma for decades. I mean, there are no good treatments. People are still getting worse. There's still a decline, a significant decline. Cassava a year ago was a micro cap. At the beginning of the year, they were a small cap. They were about 200 million, 300 million. They reported positive phase 2 data. Oh, well, first off, last year they reported bad phase 2 data, and it turns out, according to the company, the lab screwed up. The original lab that they used, and they just messed up the data. They had a university look at the data, and the university said this is really good data, and so they re-released the data in the fall, and they said, our phase 2 data is excellent, actually, and they gave, and so that significantly, I mean, the stock cratered when the first report came out, and then when the second report came out, it slowly came back. So it came back in several months, and then in February, the company released from a different study, also phase 2. They started reporting that patients were actually getting better on their drug, that it wasn't just slowing the decline, that they were seeing cognitive improvement. So on the scale, and so that was notable. So all the biomarkers are up. That's good.
Right.
But what you really want to see are patients getting better, and they reported that, and that sent the stock skyrocketing. I mean, it hit at one point. I mean, like in literally the day after they issued their report, it went to like 120 or 130. Then it slowly pulled back, and then when the Biogen news came out, it came back up again, and it's been really, really volatile. They just issued their 9-month, this is the same study, that was back in February, and now they just issued another update. Their data is even better than it was in February.
Right, they just released this yesterday at the AAIC as well, right?
I think that is even better. I mean, the company's very happy with their data. The market is not. The market killed them, and I'm just like, wow. So it's just been a very volatile stock.
Yep.
Again, this is phase 2, so it's very early, and the market often has trouble valuing companies that are in flux, and you're trying to figure out, is this good data, is this bad data?
Yeah. And this is a clinical study being funded by the NIH now, right? And just for background, the drug is called Simufilm, and it's improved. The big thing about this drug is that it's improved cognition points on that benchmark test you were mentioning, which no other Alzheimer's drug has been proven to like actually improve cognition of mild to severe Alzheimer's patients. And for an 18% mean improvement from benchmark to month 9, that's huge, right? Yeah. So it's surprising that over the past 24 hours, the stock sank 25% yesterday. Right, where
it's been incredibly volatile. I mean, we just bought it a month ago, and it's still up for us, actually. So that's how much it went up, a huge amount up until the study, and then it's cratered in the last 2 days. Who knows what's going to do on Monday? I mean, as I said, the news is actually good. And one caveat: this study is not. It's an open label study, so there's no placebo. And there is such a thing as called a placebo effect, meaning patients, they think they're on the drug, and they if they think they're on their drug, I don't know, I don't know how it all works, but you want to have placebo in your testing.
Right. You need the control group, right? When you go back to like
to give your data, the kind of bite. So I mean, I think that's one reason people are a little skeptical of this data. And the other reason, again, Alzheimer's has been a graveyard for pharmaceutical companies for a long time.